Welcome to the Lavender Table, a web-based talk show for and about the LGBT community. And now, let's keep the conversation going with your host, Gary Elgin.
Hello, and welcome to the Lavender Table. I'm sitting here with Terri Korom. Terri.
Hello.
Welcome.
Hi, Gary.
Oh, thank you, and thank you for having us.
Well, any chance to visit with you.
Oh,
Have good conversation, which we always do.
we do. And you promised us lavender martinis, but they're a little bit more than just lavender.
Yes.
You want to tell us
They
about
are lavender, blueberry, lemon, and a vodka from the Netherlands called, I'm a Bitch, something like that. Ivan Bitch vodka, and I thought that can't be bad.
it? It can't be bad.
So let me
well,
pour you one.
Please, please. Fabulous.
So,
To Lavender Days.
to Lavender Days. Cheers. That's
I
good.
love it. That's delicious.
This is, and we have lavender skewers.
Yes, look at this. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
I have been, as you know, I've been wanting to do this for a while, and we've tried to do it
Yes.
for a few times.
We have tried a few times.
But I wanted to thank you not only for today, but you have always been there for me, no matter what I've asked or whatever I have been into, or what we've done together. I mean, we've launched projects together.
We go back a long ways
We
with
do.
the gay community in
We do.
Knoxville.
In fact, the first thing I remember, well, the first time I remember meeting you, and I could be wrong, so correct me, was through AIDS Response Knoxville.
Yes. I had just moved up here, Kat and Linda. Linda was at AIDS Response Knoxville, and I went, met you and Bill Powell.
Yes. Bill Powell is Julia Tucker's late son.
Good
and
man.
Judy Roy's brother.
Yes.
Yes. And I met you because you were, I believe, again, doing sort of a Meals on Wheels.
I was trying to get my foot in the door with a lot of different things, and I just started cooking for people who weren't feeling very well and who were under the prototypes then were so bad, and people were just really nauseous, and so I was coming up with some things and using some elixirs to see if I could help settle some stomachs.
Right. You were one of many people in the community who did step up during the plague, the years of the plague. It was devastating to Knoxville, especially because we were such a small community.
Yeah. I moved up from Florida where I've never really had a problem with my homosexuality or with, never had negativity really. And so for me, coming up here was a shock because there wasn't a community and there was AIDS and people were barely talking about it. In fact, the hospital was still putting quarantines from the whole floor. And then I met you and a few other people who got me out of the house and involved within the community and trying to open up other doors.
You mentioned the hospitals. Recently we sat down with James Talent, and he talked about the days where you had to have the full body suits.
Yeah, full. Shoes, socks, gloves, hat, glasses. Sad to go in and do
Right.
this. And when you do this, the nurses would look at you like, no, you don't want to do that.
And as he said, they had no idea that it wasn't the patients who were to be afraid of. It was us who they needed to be afraid of.
Yes.
It was
Touches the heart.
it was a very difficult time. It had equally, if not more so, devastating effect on activism.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I definitely think people seemed to be more afraid to get involved with something and have a voice heard because they didn't know what to say with the voice. There was an overabundance of sadness, and in sadness it's hard to be active.
Yeah.
And now we're learning life is extending. We're learning what can make us safer.
Right.
I hope everybody is still making it safer.
Good point. Good point. You and I have talked about a lot of things over the past 20 years.
Yes.
One of which is our frustration with what we believe is going on.
Yes.
And that is the opposite of safe.
Yes. There seems to be a lack of, I'm not sure if it's concern or if it's a lack of intelligence. Because to me, AIDS is a killer. Silent, deadly, and it can be stopped. And if we look at it and we say, we're not going to get AIDS, and we look at, I don't want to point out any magazines, but we look at, say, The Advocate, and they have the 4 and 5, 6-page ads that have hot young men saying everything is cool.
Manageable.
Yeah, it's manageable. AIDS is manageable.
Do you think that that somehow also came from the CDC, though?
Sure.
Because recently
Sure.
they've come out with almost those exact words.
Same words. Just about exact same words. Yeah, it's manageable. AIDS is now manageable. We're not in the crisis or the epidemic stages
Right.
of the disease anymore. We're in
Maintenance.
maintenance. Well, we know that what we eat, what we drink, has a direct effect on our health. That's sex too.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
it's sex, and if we do take it lightly and people stop being safe, we're going to go through the whole thing again.
Exactly. And people are still dying, and that's what,
Yeah.
the media is not really picking up on, and that only helps fuel those who believe it's over.
Out of sight.
Yeah.
When it's out of sight, when the press is picking up on now, just about everything is on marriage equality.
Yes.
And
Yes.
that's a great thing, but there's a whole underlying part of the gay community and every community in its health. And if we're doing things to ourselves and we're hurting ourselves, we're not going to help anybody.
No, and marriage equality is great, but if we're not here to see it
Yeah.
or to enjoy it,
Although I do think more people are becoming long-term partners.
it
I
does seem
see
as though
more
some-
people saying, wow, I don't want to go out and party all the time. You can still do that and be in a long-term partnership. But they're kind of saying, you know what, I want to have that one person.
Right.
And I want to have a nice relationship at a younger age.
Right.
The 18-year-olds who are
16s.
Well,
I mean,
no, don't tell me that.
it's true.
That's
It's
young.
true. It is young, and
That's
they
young.
are seeking that commitment. And I even see the frustration on Facebook when they can't find it and they think it's never going to happen at 16.